The objective of this video is to go ahead and describe how to create a 3-view rough sketch developed from your previous brainstorming sketches. As you can see, we've got a brainstorm sketch here. This is the one that I would choose, one of my three. I would choose the one that was the most, that fulfilled the design requirements the best, and or the one I liked the most, and I would go ahead and proceed on with a 3-view rough sketch of it. So getting started here, what you're going to need is you're going to need your 3-view or your brainstorming sketch. You're going to need a sheet of 8.5 by 11 paper and something to a pencil to draw with. And what you're going to do is basically create a 3-view sketch of this here. And so one of the things that we need to do is start out with the front view. Well, I guess we better start with the title block first. So let's go ahead and get a title block. And let's call this 3-view rough sketch. All right, okay, let's get started in the lower left-hand corner. We're gonna put our front view down here. We're gonna put a top view directly above and in line with it, and a right side view here to the right. So we start out just like we did with our brainstorming sketches. Now you can see I've made this one a little bit smaller because I have to fit 3 views on there. And so there's the piers, there's the roadway. I'm gonna go ahead and develop a trapezoid for the superstructure, like that. And I'm gonna draw in the truss member pieces. So once again, I'm making sure I don't have any 4-sided shapes in there. And this one here, I'm just gonna label this your front view. Now this is the side of the bridge, but we're gonna go ahead and allow this to be the front of the object as we draw it orthographically. All right, so now what I'm doing here is developing the top view here. And so what I'm doing is basically, you know, in my mind visualizing some points right here that are gonna represent the top of the bridge in the top view. And so I'm making sure that my points here that I'm starting my top view are in line with my front view. Now, we said that the bridge width was 5 centimeters wide, so I'm just estimating, there's 5 centimeters cubed, so I'm estimating what the length of this might be and the width of it. And you see I draw a rectangle, something like that, okay? Now, I use my front view here to start projecting up where the top of the bridge is going to be located. So you see right in line with that, I put a couple of dots. And then I'm just going to go ahead and draw the top of the bridge right here. This rectangle right here is the top of the bridge. These openings right here are the slanted parts right here. And this, we're going to go ahead and put a label here. This is a portal. Now, a portal is a doorway or an opening that you go through. And so our bridge has to have a way to get it in it and then off of it. So we have 2 portals on either side. Now, we've got a 4-sided shape in here. We really need to take care of that. We want triangles in our structure. And so what I'm doing is just projecting some points up here from my front view, just like I did previously. And what I'm going to do is basically divide this into 4 pieces, 4 equal pieces. Now I'm going to go ahead and start dividing these into triangles, because remember we said that triangles were a lot stronger than 4-sided shapes. So I'm going to go ahead and put some diagonals in there. Now a lot of you will be tempted to go ahead and put a diagonal in here, but you can't do that because that's how we're getting on and off the bridge, through those portals. So I think I'm going to go ahead and label that top view for now. Start working on my right side view. Once again, I'm projecting over a couple of points right in line with my front view. I'm going to go ahead and estimate how wide this is going to be in the right side. And so I end up with a rectangle that looks like that. There's my roadway, so I'm going to go ahead and put a roadway in there. Now once again, we've got 2 4-sided figures here. Now this one I've got to keep open because remember that's your portal. This one here I'm going to go ahead and put a diagonal in just to go ahead and divide that up. Now here's an interesting design note for bridges, especially truss type bridges, is that we can go ahead and do something with this 4-sided shape because it is weak. And what we're going to do is we're going to create a little portal brace in here. So I'm going to go ahead and put a rectangle in there, and then I'm going to go ahead and put a diagonal in there. And this is what we're going to call the portal brace. All right, so that's pretty well done. Got a few details to hammer out. Like for example, in the top view, we still need to draw the portal brace. So watch how I do this. I go ahead and project over here. This is just estimating a point right about here. And in line with it, I'm gonna go ahead and draw a little portal brace here in the top view. And let's see, I think it's gonna slant up that way. And we need one on the other side too. So once again, I kind of project through the structure here and then up. And I'm going to put a portal brace there. And so we can label it here in the top view as well, portal brace. Okay, at this point here, the drawing is mainly finished. We just have to go ahead and assign some dimensions to this here. We're going to use some extension and dimension lines. So there's a couple extension lines that extend off the corners of the object where I want to measure from and to. And then I'm going to put in the actual measurement that I desire here, and that's going to be measured in centimeters according to our bridge specifications. So it's 30 cm. And so you can see I'm putting in some dimension lines here with arrowheads in there. And I'm going to do the same here for the height. Now the height, there's really two heights I need to worry about. The first height here is how tall is it from the base of this pier up to the roadway, and that's going to be 5 cm, okay? And then I'm going to put a little extension line there, and that's part of your bridge specifications. Now this part right here, I really didn't specify what this had to be, so you can kind of have some leeway on how big you design this. I would go no more than 10 centimeters tall here and no less than 5 centimeters. So somewhere between 5 and 10. So I'm going to go ahead and put in, 10 centimeters here. Yeah, twice the height of the piers. And then the last thing I have to do is put some depth on the bridge. How deep is it, or how wide is the bridge going to be? And so I would like to put it right up here, but you see I got my portal brace node in the way, so I'm going to go ahead and place it down here. And this is 5 cm. Now you see this takes up majority of the space in between the lines, so I'm going to put my arrowheads on the outside, my dimension lines. Okay, that looks pretty good. So that's a completed 3-view rough sketch. Good luck with your drawing.